able to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look? Oh, looking for Waddle, but this is intercepted.
Picked off near the 29. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Throw left side complete. That's Mack. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a play fake. Carr. They'll roll him out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy, but in this case, he played it perfectly, read the football, and went and made the interception.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end, Anthony Fertzer. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Oh, and Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. 2nd and 10. On play action, now Carr. He'll buy some time right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's taken in by Fertzer. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. On the return comes Drake. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Play action. Now it's Carr. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On second and very short, Carr escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they called the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return comes Drake. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. On the return comes Drake. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
56 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Carr now on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
To throw again on second down. Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. 63 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And they take a knee. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They declined it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Carr on the bootleg. Steps away. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And he gets it down to the 32. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Kansas City, they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.